T-minus 4 minutes.
Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. They talk loud, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here. Yeah. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. I'm still here, no fear, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here.
Stretch words like T-minus 3 minutes.
I'm still here. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. They talk loud, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. I'm still here, no fear, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here.
Stretch words like T-minus 2 minutes.
I'm still here. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. They talk loud, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. I'm still here, no fear, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here.
Stretch words like T-minus 1 minute.
I'm still here.
T-minus 50 seconds.
Spilling tea, no sugar,
T-minus
no
40
fear.
seconds.
They talk loud, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. I'm still here, no fear.
T-minus 20 seconds.
Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here.
10, 9,
Stretch words
8,
like
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I'm still here. La da 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 da. No. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. They talk loud, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here.
Welcome, guys. Let's get this party started. Hello to everyone in the chat. Let me start shouting some people out. Asia the Heart Seeker. We got Protected by God. We have Melissa Mack. B250. We have, let's see, Lady Marie 1. We have Shawnee 76, Crosby House 4055, Monic 544, Hoy Tisha Harris 9495, Rita Blunt 5266. Y'all, let's get this party started, okay? Because it's been so much, honey. I needed to take a break because y'all, these folks don't like us. But listen, I don't give a damn. I have dealt with this years ago. I don't care what nobody think of me, especially nobody who is racist. You know, that's the worst type of people in the whole world. A person who don't like you because of the color of your skin ain't worth the shit that when you go to the bathroom and you have the shit, they ain't even worth that. So please don't allow these people to get you frustrated. Don't allow them to mess with your mental health. When I get done with this video, I'm going to the spa. Please focus on your mental health, focus on you, and let these hoes be mad and hateful because that's just who they are. Like, I'm not surprised. I'm just telling y'all, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I'm going to tell y'all this. When I saw people cheering for Donald Trump, it was only a matter of time. Now, I want y'all to understand this. Donald Trump didn't make folks be racist. He made them be a comfortable racist. So I'm not surprised. But listen, folks, you got to watch out for yourself. You got to watch out for your kids. You got to be all in their business, and you got to let them know what's up and what's going on. Because we in some very, very, very interesting times. But listen, I saw this shit years ago. I saw this years ago. I'm born and raised from Wisconsin. I left there. I left a whole state because I was sick of this. Not to say racism don't happen all over, but I made the decision that I was going to live in Georgia, where I have a whole bunch of Black judges and a whole bunch of Black folks in authority. I surrendered that I was done dealing with every time I had to deal with somebody in authority that they were going to be white. I was over that, okay? People can talk about Black folks all you want, but at the end of the day, I would rather deal with my folks sometime. I was tired of dealing with them. Every single, it was the school principal, not to say it wasn't Black principals in Wisconsin, but I didn't see enough, okay? So I left where I live because I was sick of every time I had to deal with anything as it related to authority, it was them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised. I feel heartbroken for this family. And the only thing we can do, is keep talking about it. But what I'm going to do on this channel is we're going to walk through how to file a complaint against this judge. Now, I'm going to set up where I'm going to bring out my computer and we're going to go through it, and you guys can do the same. You can, get your computer out. I'm going to get my computer out, and we're going to walk through how to file a complaint. One thing we got to start doing is filing complaint after complaint. I got 120 some thousand subs. Now I know everybody, they're not watching, but I know in a video, I can at least get 1,000 of y'all to file a complaint. You understand what I'm saying? We got to start taking the actions that we can take. You know what I mean? We have to start utilizing what we can utilize. We're going to file complaints against this judge. We're going to file complaints against the Carmelo Anthony judge and the prosecutors. I just have to get the correct links for those individuals. Now, I was watching the video, shout out to the Not Guilty boys, and they were doing a video about filing a complaint. And I told them, listen, I need y'all to provide the links, just because I'm not a lawyer and some things I just don't know. And because you're a lawyer and just give me the link. So I just want the straight link, so I don't got to try to figure it out and get the wrong link. So we're working on that because, as you guys know, Carmelo Anthony does have a court hearing coming up. And if you in Texas, especially in the area, I need you to be there, okay? Later on, for the talking about the shit, we got to be about it. If you're in Texas, send your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your mama, whoever, go and sit your ass in that courtroom, okay? Now, for this video, y'all, we got to get into it. Now, I try to be a conspiracy theorist when it's needed, but I really try to not get into the fake ass shit that everybody is putting out on the internet, because I feel like this is a real story. And if it was my family, I would be so hurtful if people are just making up shit for clicks and views. Now, there are a lot of things that's been put out on the internet and we don't know if it's true or not. Now, I do talk about those things because we are in a quest for information and we don't know what's true and what's not. So with that, if I feel like there's some validity to it, I talk about it. If I don't feel like it's, true, I don't really bring it to the internet. Now, there's a video circulating where they're saying is Carmelo getting beat. I don't believe that that's a real video. Okay. I have dibbled and dabbled with AI and I know you can pretty much create anything. That video looks like an AI video. Okay. So I don't want to get into, talking about fake shit when I know, or if I feel strongly that it's fake, because what I think happens is we reduce the validity of what really happened when we just really just be like, oh, this is a video of Carmelo being beat. Now, I do really believe something happened to him. I just don't believe that that's a real video. So I know a lot of you guys have been sending me that video. I just don't feel comfortable showing that video because I myself don't believe that it's real. Now, if I believe that it was real, I would say, hey, let's get into this video. But one of the things I want to get into, because before we wrap up here, I'm going to show you guys how these people are connected. And it blew my mind, okay? But what it really made me think, guys, is, again, as I said when I first started this video, is these folks hate us. And it's okay, because they're going to do anything to cover up a crime as it relates to a Black person. And I had to go and look up probable cause, okay? Because I said, well, maybe I don't know what probable cause is, because I feel like that, somebody should be arrested or sitting in prison or something, questioned, On a previous video, I learned that in the state of Mississippi, I think they can lock you up for 2 or 3 days just to question you. And then, of course, none of this happened. So I said, let me look into what probable cause is. Probable cause is a legal standard, meaning the police have enough facts and evidence to believe a crime happened. A specific person committed it, or evidence is in a specific place. It is required under the 4th Amendment before law enforcement can make an arrest, conduct a search, or get a warrant. Now, as I read that, I said, well, listen, I feel like there's some damn probable cause. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I haven't went to law school. We're going to get the not guilty boys in on this, because I'm not a lawyer, but hell, it's given a crime was committed, okay? When I first listened to this video, because you got to listen to this stuff over and over again, but some of y'all listened to it the first time and y'all said, oh, hell to the no, hell no, let me grab my notes. Because some of y'all said, wait a minute. Where my notes at? Y'all wait a second. Let me grab my notes. Where are my, oh, here it is, right here. Right here. Okay, let me grab my little notes here, because some of y'all said, oh, hell no. Hell no. They said, wake the F up. Check his chest. Wyatt, check his chest. Now, that's what y'all said. I didn't hear that. Okay, but I had to go back and listen, because I said, y'all some bad mama jammers, because y'all be on it. Sometimes I just watch so many videos and do so much content. Sometimes I do miss stuff. But listen, we're going to listen to this mug, this joker over and over again, because just listening to that video alone is probable cause, okay? They can arrest everybody on that damn boat, because listen, if we don't know nothing else, it seemed like Nolan lost his life on that boat. Now, did they take him to that swim party that we know occurred? We know the swim party occurred. We know that that was not a lie, because the little white T-boy stated that it actually happened, which makes us wonder, they said Nolan got unalived on the boat. Oh, I'm sorry, at the party. Well, we don't know if he actually got unalived at the party, but I would imagine they probably, after whatever occurred, I don't believe that they pushed his body off the boat. I believe they kept him on that boat and returned him back to the island. In all honesty, this interview that this boy did, he's really telling on himself, because we Black folks, we're not dumb. We're not dumb at all. And he said they returned back to the island. You return back to the island, but yet the parents stated that they were trying to get to the island and couldn't get a damn ride. Does that make any sense? And now when you see these people claiming to be Nolan's friends, but being disrespectful to his parents, no, that don't. They were never Nolan's friends. I mean, I had a friend that passed away. I mean, I didn't have any ill will toward her mother, but even if I did, at that point, it would be the wrong time to address it. The fact that they bringing a punk BA, y'all know what that means, punk BA out here pretending to be a victim makes me I want to hurt their ass, okay? Because that's just something that I just don't understand, how you're such a filthy individual and you would come for their parents, I mean his parents, but then say if Nolan was alive, he would be furious at his parents. I thought that was really crazy. So as you guys come in, make sure you go ahead and like the video. We're going to get started because I want to listen to the beginning of this call because, oh, another thing I want to point out too, guys. I got something to point out to y'all. Actually, I'm going to share something else with y'all because the video, or I should say the audio that was circulating online, you know what I noticed? I noticed that the news station, WLOX News, at the beginning of the call, you guys see where it's coming from? I want you guys to hear the beginning of the call, okay? Because this is going to show you all how these people all work together to cover up evidence, okay? Because at the beginning of the call, this is where you hear a lot of what they're saying. And I was wondering, I said, why did they put this music on here? Well, they put the music on in the beginning to cover up what they said in the beginning. So you're gonna not really be able to hear it, but I just want you guys to hear this part because when I first watched it, I said, why did they add the music? Like, I don't get it. But as I begin to find these calls online, I realized that the news station put the music in the beginning because in the beginning, they're like, check his chest. Is he dead? They heard it as well. Listen to this.
CETO Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Now, I'm going to switch gears. You guys hear how the news station put that shit in the beginning so that you cannot hear what they were saying? When I heard that, I said, what in the hell is the purpose of this? Doom. But I just, again, wanted to show you guys that because they intentionally put that music in the front so that you couldn't hear what actually happened. But we gonna listen to something else. Again, I just wanted to show y'all that they are that they are playing in our faces, okay? But we're gonna listen to this one here.
Saying, listen to the 911 call again. On the 111 mark, you can hear in the background someone saying, no, wake up, Wyatt, check his chest. So I ran this through my editing program. And listen, I am not a pro at audio by all means, but I did try to enhance the background so we can hear more of what was said. I'm going to feature just the parts where you can hear people talking in the background. I want to be very clear. This is my interpretation of the enhanced audio in the background. It is not a confirmed transcript, so please take this with a grain of salt.
All right, of course. How far is the word coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Hello? Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right.
Check his chest. It's very faint. Check his chest. Now it makes sense why she was asking what was going on, because honestly, I didn't really hear it either. And some people pointed it out to me. So you got to understand, the district attorney being able and having all types of equipment, y'all, they already knew this. They're not trying to solve a crime for who did something to Nolan. They're covering it up. Probable cause. This is probable cause. They've been had this information. This is probable cause right here. Check his chest. Check his chest for what? Somebody pointed out that they believed that the purpose of the call was to destroy evidence. And we know that they had to get in contact with their families, and they were redirected to do something else.
All right, do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed.
All right, unless you have a membership number. How many adults, sir? That was the question. All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
Did you notice that he said 7 people were on the boat and then they counted and it was just 6? Now, another thing I noticed in the full audio, when the dispatcher called the captain of the Coast Guard, the captain said, "I just talked to his grandpa and he said he doesn't need a tow."
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island, and he's saying the boat is sinking.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And
Is it
he
Jerry?
said that Jerry. Yeah, he said,
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic.
My question is, why is the grandfather saying, no, they're fine. They don't need a tow?
Now, the reason why I brought up this lady, because she said the same thing I said yesterday. Why in the hell is the grandfather saying they don't need a tow? Does that make any sense? Your children, young or old, call you, we in the middle of the ocean, we sinking. Why in the hell would, as a parent, you tell the people don't go? The grandfather knew something. He knew something had happened on that boat and did not want them to be caught. The grandfather reaches out to the captain and tell the captain, don't go.
And it gets even more confusing because on the Officer Tatum show, Warren was one of the kids on the boat. He was saying that the last time he saw Nolan was 3 o'clock. But then he talks about how when they were leaving at 4:30 and the boat was having issues, they said, "Nolan, get the F on."
Now, let me bring a little bit of context to what she's saying. And I talked about this yesterday. Listen, I'm not no damn lawyer, detective, or none of this, but this is all fishy. He says the last time I laid eyes on Nolan was at 3 o'clock. However, he said at 4:30, my friend Wyatt was demanding that Nolan got on the boat. And I said, the thing about liars is very hard to lie and understand what you're saying, that the people you saying it to gonna figure out that you're lying because you are so embedded into telling this lie. How does that make any sense? Did you see him at 3 o'clock or 4:30? You said the last time you laid eyes on him was at 3 o'clock, but yet you state at 4:30. I heard, what is his name? Is it Warren? Or I don't remember the guy's name. He demanded that he get on the boat. Huh?
Here. And he's like, "No, I'm going to stay back." So he would have saw him at 4:30 instead of 3 o'clock, right?
Does that make any sense? How in the hell was your last time seeing him at 3 o'clock, but at 4:30 you heard your friend demanding that he get on the boat. I said, no, wait a minute now. I don't know nothing about this investigation or how they do it, but that's probable cause. You just told a damn lie. You saw him at 3 o'clock laying eyes on him, but then at 4:30, your friend demanded that he get on the boat. So what did the friend say? Oh no, get on the boat. Because you said that the last time you saw him was at 3 o'clock. So I don't understand how that took place if you hadn't saw him. That don't make sense.
Eight.
The last time I saw Nolan was 3 o'clock, and Nolan was cradling a girl in his arms, Katie. But when we were leaving, Nolan was sitting by the boat with that Katie girl, and my buddy yelled for Nolan, get on the boat. We're leaving. The boat's having issues. And like, no, he didn't say that, but he was panicking. Nolan, get the F on the boat. Get on the boat. And Nolan said, no, I'm staying out here. I'm going to ride in with somebody else. And it's not uncommon to hear, but it's not like my buddy asked him one time. My buddy asked Nolan multiple times to get on the boat. Nolan, get on the boat. Get on the boat. We're leaving. If you're coming, you got to come now.
So can y'all make me understand how in the hell is that even possible? How? Like, then you would say, my last time seeing Nolan was at 4:30. When you lie and the lies keep changing, bro, this is probable cause. Why do you keep lying? You see what I'm saying? There is no reason that these boys shouldn't be arrested. You see what I'm saying? The reason why they're not is because they're all working together. And I'm going to show you a little bit later. But I'm going to let this play again without me providing a commentary because I want you guys to hear it all the way through. But the last time you saw him was at 3 o'clock, but yet your buddy was telling him in a forceful way, you need to get your ass back on this boat, which is a lie because typically if someone say that they're staying, you don't demand that they go. But the reason why he's making it seem like he demanded it, because there is a rule whenever you're on a boat. If you leave somebody out there, you can be charged with, I believe, a felony. So what they're trying to do is say, no, we never left him. We demanded that he get on the boat, but he decided to stay.
And Nolan made a decision to stay out on the island.
So what is it? Is the last time you saw him at 3 o'clock with the girl or 4:30 when you guys left Nolan and he supposedly said, I'm good, I'm staying here? What is it? This case is literally hurting my brain because nothing makes sense. Okay, so Quan is saying, listen to the 911 call again. On the 111 mark, you can hear in the background someone saying, no, wake up, Wyatt, check his chest. So I ran this through my editing program. And listen, I am not a pro at audio by all means, but I did try to enhance the background so we can hear more of what was said. I'm going to feature just the parts where you can hear people talking in the background. I want to be very clear. This is my interpretation of the enhanced audio in the background. It is not a confirmed transcript, so please take this with a grain of salt.
All right, of course. How far is the word coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Hello? Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed.
All right. Unless you have a membership number. How many adults, sir? That was the question. All right. How many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right. Thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
Did you notice that he said 7 people were on the boat and then they counted and it was just 6? Now, another thing I noticed in the full audio, when the dispatcher called the captain of the Coast Guard, the captain said, I just talked to his grandpa and he said he doesn't need a tow.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island, and he's saying the boat is sinking.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And
Is it
he
Jerry?
said that yeah,
Mhm.
Jerry, yeah. He said,
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic.
My question is, why is the grandfather saying, no, 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 they're fine. They don't need a tow? And it gets even more confusing because on the Officer Tatum show, Warren was one of the kids on the boat. He was saying that the last time he saw Nolan was 3 o'clock. But then he talks about how when they were leaving at 4:30 and the boat was having issues, they said, Nolan, get the F on here. And he's like, no, I'm going to stay back. So he would have saw him at 4:30 instead of 3 o'clock, right?
The last time I saw Nolan was 3 o'clock, and Nolan was cradling a girl in his arms, Katie. But when we were leaving, Nolan was sitting by the boat with that Katie girl, and my buddy yelled for Nolan, get on the boat. We're leaving. The boat's having issues. And no, he didn't say that, but he was panicking. Nolan, get the F on the boat. Get on the boat. And Nolan said, no, I'm staying out here. I'm going to ride in with somebody else. And it's not uncommon to hear, but it's not like my buddy asked him one time. My buddy asked Nolan multiple times to get on the boat. Nolan, get on the boat. Get on the boat. We're leaving. If you're coming, you got to come now. And Nolan made a decision to stay out on the island.
So what is it? Is the last time you saw him at 3 o'clock with the girl or 4:30 when you guys left Nolan and he supposedly said, I'm good, I'm staying here? What is it? This case is literally hurting my brain because nothing makes sense. Okay, so Quan is saying, listen.
Okay, so I wanted you guys to hear that all the way through because she points out some very interesting perspectives. But I also have another one here. So give me a second. Stop sharing.
Cito Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can you all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. We're going down now.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkerson. I think it's Jerry Atkerson. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on
Unless you
here.
have a membership number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at 2.
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
North. All right, yeah, you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm available.
North 30 degrees. 4672.
All right, 4672. All right, and you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right. Well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right. It looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right. Is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in 17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right. Have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right. Where would you like it towed to, sir?
You can tow it to Ocean Springs Harbor, or Fort Bayou launch.
All right. How many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So, is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me?
Try to jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay.
How many adults on board?
There are 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hello?
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
All right, verify what boat's sinking.
A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now.
Yeah, thank you.
So he's muting it. That's a good catch, Natasha Edwards, 9263. So that is why we don't hear anything. He's muting it. Something happened to Nolan on that boat. So it's muted, apparently. We're not hearing anything.
This is Captain Seth.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee-for-service come up under Jerry.
Okay.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So he said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18. And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said I have a Triton 24-footer, but that's all he can give me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And he said that Jerry. Yeah, he said, I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So
Oh,
I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
yeah,
Or,
they're in a panic. He's saying the
So-
bill's just not keeping up. I asked for Coast Guard. He said no, but he's just really upset on the back end. And, you know, I get it. It's a
Okay.
kid. He just doesn't understand.
oh, okay. Do you still have him on the line?
Yes, I still have him on the line. And again, I couldn't find, he couldn't give me anything regarding his grandfather's, you know, membership, so it's just under Jerry fee for service.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just talked to, if you want to, I mean, we're so tied up right now. We can't really do any non-member jobs right now.
Is Jerry a member? Did you find out if he was a member or not?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's his boat or what. I'm not sure what's going on with it. But yeah, transfer the kid over. I'll talk to him, and then I'll call his grandpa back as well.
All right. And did you want me to look up Jerry's membership number or anything like that to see if he's up? I know you guys are
You can
swamped.
try this cell phone number.
Yes, sir.
Anything on this phone number?
All right. Yep. Jerry. Yeah, he's an active member. Hold on.
What kind of boat do you have on there? Same boat?
Yeah, he's one. Yeah, he's one of your members. Yep, 22-foot Triton. All right. I'll just disregard this one. I'm gonna send you over an accurate one under this Jerry Ackerson one. Okay, he's one of your members.
Nice catch. I love it. I love it when y'all be catching this bull crap. Treaty Breedy. He knew Jerry had a membership. He just talked to Jerry on the damn phone. Hello. These people are playing freaking games. You see how the captain says, as if he don't know, you just talked to the man over the phone. So you're talking to a stranger on the phone and you don't know he have a membership. See, at this point, the dispatcher is pretty much just doing her job, but the captain know what's up. Okay, so the captain is playing stupid games as if he don't know who these folks is. You just talked to him on the phone. You know exactly who the man is because he just called you and told you they don't need service. So are you just talking to random strangers over the phone without actively looking up the membership? This is what I'm trying to say. Wait till I get to the part where I really show y'all how they connected.
We'll get in a couple minutes, okay?
Okay, perfect. All right. And yeah, just transfer this kid over whenever you get a chance.
All right, transfer him now. Thank you again, Captain.
All righty.
Stay safe out there. It's crazy. Have a drink.
Oh, it's wild. All righty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now this is going to be pretty much supposed to transfer and they disconnected the call. Okay, so this is where 𝐶𝐶 said we never actually helped them because they responded basically saying they got unsynced is the word that they use. We got unsynced.
Hello? Hello? Are you there? I apologize. I will be disconnecting due to lack of response.
Right. Kendrick Johnson parents been fighting justice for 13 years. Exactly. Now, there is another one that I want y'all to see because this one is fully transcribed. And thank you to the person who just sent it to me. So I want y'all to listen to this one.
Connected.
He's dead. So someone slowed this down. Again, guys, we are not investigators. We ain't police. We're not attorneys. So us finding this, y'all, they already know this. They already know this. They have drawn the conclusion that they are not going to release his autopsy because the autopsy shows what really happened to him. Not only are they not going to release the autopsy, they're not going to send the rest of his organs to be tested. So how is this an investigation? They are protecting people that unalive folks, okay? They just said the boy is dead, okay? I mean, is that not probable cause? Sure, he's dead.
CETO assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help?
So before they, so I'm assuming when they called, maybe it went to some kind of waiting thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that went, but it was recording them. What are we doing? What are we doing right now? And y'all let these people, these murderers, just be free? And you want everything to be secret whenever it comes to these bitches? If you live in Mississippi, you need to get that governor, send that bitch to the unemployment line. And I'm cussing on a Sunday. Send his bitch ass to the unemployment line. This is disgusting. See, that's why I had to take a break off yesterday, because this is so, this makes me so mad. You see what I'm saying? This is real messed up. This is so messed up on so many damn levels. They said that he did. We don't need to, what else do we need to listen to? Here, I'm gonna just rewind that part because they said it. He's dead.
To connect you.
And if you guys are in here, somebody said, do you think Ben Crump watched these videos? You definitely can take the link and share it with them. Share the video. I don't know. I know he, has a team that runs his social media. I don't know. I'm sure they can't watch everything. I'm positive of that. But I would imagine they probably already saw this. I don't know though. But you can definitely send them the link.
To connect you.
CETO assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
I don't know what else we need to try to figure out. He's dead. That's what they said. What the hell did they do to him on that boat? What did they do to him on the boat? Now, I see what you guys are putting in here repeatedly, and I'm going to check that out. I see y'all, a few of y'all done put in the chat that the tip line go to the judge's damn chambers or going to his mammy. What? Y'all saying in the chat that if you call in the damn tip line that it go to his mammy judge? Whoa. Yeah, they can kiss Ben Crump's ass. They're only mad at Ben Crump because he's fighting racism. That's all it is. It's the typical play. You get the token Negro, the bootlicking ass Negro. In this case, is this dude that did the interview. Now, I don't mind him doing the interview, but do the interview and stop making it seem like the parents is evil. You got to be, it's a special place in hell for people like that. But I don't know what else to say, guys. He's dead. This is what they said. So we know, if we didn't know anything else, they said he was dead on the boat. This is what they said. So we don't need to speculate about the pool party. Who knows? Maybe they did take his body back to the pool. I don't know about that. But we heard them say he's dead. He's dead. Yes, I did see part 5 of that interview. I sure did. I did. And I'm talking about the in the interview with 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐞 Tatum.
Connect you.
They just say he's dead like they're used to doing shit like this. Have y'all ever heard some shit like this? They're like, is he dead? How many times have they done this? They're like, oh, is he dead? That's crazy. Y'all, I'm not surprised. I'm telling y'all, I'm not surprised. See, y'all or some people seem to think white is right. These are the same folks who had slaves and was doing things to women, men, and children. I'm not surprised. They're diabolical. They're nasty. They've been nasty. They just try to put it on us like we nasty. It's been them the whole time. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. He's dead. There would be no way in hell that I would be able to cover up somebody died and just live my life. These people are filthy. It's in their DNA. Like if your history of your grandfather and your great grandfather are men, women, and children, this is in your DNA. This is what you do. This is what they do. Is he dead? And just live your life. But all of them say he was such a great person, but apparently not great enough to live. I mean, you didn't even try to save his life. Did y'all hit him in the back of the head? Like, what happened on this boat? He's dead. And then they somewhere celebrating their life, telling a whole lie.
Connect you.
CETO assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village.
Whoa, let me get to this super chat. They always try to protect their own. When a Black person commit a crime, they have his address, where he worked at, where he went to school, an up-to-date picture. When it's them, no photo, nothing. Oh, thank you, Gelato3299 for the 1999 super chat. Not only do they do that, they put let me show you what else they do. Okay, and then also when they're accused of a crime, this is what they do. This is what they do. They put pictures like this. Oops, wait a minute. I got to take something out, but this is another thing they do. So they protect even their criminals, unalivers, such as these people. And then they give us pictures like, oh boy, come on, quit playing with me. They give us pictures with blurred images so that we can't see their faces is what they do. Why is this acting crazy? So give me a second here. Let me remove this. So they give us blurred image pictures, but when it's us, even if we're not even, we may be even innocent, but they drag our face through the damn mud. And I've been telling people forever, y'all have to start loving yourself for who you are. To share a new image, please remove one of the, why is it telling me that? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dang. Oh, here we go, right here. Oh, I done added it a few times. Okay, so look at this picture right here. I want y'all to see this. Y'all see this picture? They done blotted out the people faces. Isn't this some bullshit? This is what these folks do. And what y'all need to understand, and what I was originally trying to say is, y'all have to love yourself and stop looking for acceptance from these hoes, okay? Just to think the police, FBI had this audio before us and no arrest, nothing. Bingo, Lace4349, thank you for your $5 super chat. That's what I want y'all to understand. We ain't figured out nothing. I mean, we just got it. They been had this. They been had this. While y'all saying, why haven't they made any arrests? They're not going to make any arrests. Like, what the hell? Like, at the end of the day, they could bring people in. Why are they not bringing these folks in? Why? Allow them to destroy evidence, not releasing the autopsy. Why they not releasing the autopsy? But this is what they're doing. Let me show y'all what they're doing. Why you think that they're going to do something, they're not. Okay? They're saying, oh, we're conducting an investigation. Oh, they even did this bullshit right here. This is what they did.
District Attorney for the 19th Circuit Court District of Mississippi, I want to talk directly to the people of Jackson County. Our community is grieving the tremendous loss of Nolan Wells, who is loved and treasured by everyone. Nolan's family deserves answers, and our community deserves answers. Every death in the county, except those of natural causes and non-criminal car wrecks, are presented to your grand jury. Many people don't know that. We have handled death investigations in this manner my entire career. Nolan's case is being handled the same way, with the same care and the same commitment to the truth that we handle all death investigations. I understand the public's urgency to know what happened to Nolan, but we are not taking time for time's sake. We are taking the time required to complete the work this investigation demands. Since Nolan was reported missing, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have worked around the clock investigating what happened to him. Every piece of evidence must be examined. Every credible lead must be followed to its conclusion. Every witness interview must be analyzed in context of all other evidence. The pressure for answers does not change what the work requires. Our responsibility to Nolan and our community is to complete this investigation thoroughly, carefully, without compromise, supported by the evidence and worthy of the confidence of the people we serve. I also understand that many people have questions about why more information has not been released publicly. In Mississippi, the rules of professional conduct restrict the information a prosecutor can release during an investigation. Our restraint in communicating facts and evidence is not an effort to keep the truth from the public. It is an effort to protect the integrity of this investigation and the grand jury proceeding. As your district attorney, I have an ethical obligation to avoid public statements that could influence witnesses, prejudice a proceeding, or compromise the fairness of the legal process. My obligation extends to and requires me to use reasonable care to ensure investigating agencies avoid making those statements and releasing information as well. These rules exist to protect the search for the truth, not to prevent it. As divided as the discussion surrounding Nolan's death has become, I know we all want the same thing, to understand what happened to Nolan. With that being our shared goal, we must also share in the goal of protecting the integrity of how the truth is discovered. If we sacrifice the integrity of the process in effort to satisfy today's questions, we risk undermining the confidence in tomorrow's answers. When the public asks, what about this, or have they looked at that, or did they think about this? The answer is yes. Those are the same questions investigators ask. The difference is that we can't publicly discuss the evidence, the interviews, or what those efforts have uncovered while the investigation is underway. Again, our restraint in sharing details of the investigation is not a refusal to share the truth. It is our commitment to protect the process that allows the truth to be known with confidence. There's a lot of information out there, and there is a heck of a lot of misinformation out there. I simply want the community I serve to know that this investigation is being handled with the care, professionalism, and commitment to the truth that every family in Jackson County deserves. As we continue this important work, Nolan's family, his friends, and all who loved him remain in our prayers.
I just saw that comment, and I'm going to try not to cuss. So let me say this in a very nice way, because this shit makes me very upset. Okay. I wouldn't give a what they say. I'm going to say what I want to say. And guess what? I love suing people. So please F with me. Please do. Because I need a few dollars in my bank account. I'm going to keep talking about it. As a matter of fact, I gave myself a target. I said 20 videos between now and Sunday so they can kiss my big fat. Okay. Ain't nothing stopping here, hoes. Okay. I wouldn't give a what they say. Okay. Now, this is where the bullshit comes in. This hoe, because that's what she gonna be today, because I'm pissed off. She brings her beige face ass on here trying to make it seem like, oh, we're investigating the case and we're doing everything. Okay, if you're investigating the case, why your crooked teeth ass governor with his racist ass, why is he making statements like this? But keep in mind, she just stated as a official of whoever this whole consider herself to be, because we consider her as nothing because she ain't doing shit. You're not doing shit. But they say, oh, I can't make statements. But what
the Commissioner of the Department of Public Safety has been in contact with those individuals. Obviously, the autopsy was done by the State Medical Examiner's Office at the Department of Public Safety. I personally know Sheriff John Ledbetter from Jackson County very well. I have not personally spoken to him. I have full confidence that he is going to do his job. And what I will simply say is I don't know all of the details. I don't know all of the...
Is this not a public statement? Oh, I get it. These hoes think they can make statements. They think they can make statements. Is this not a public statement? This rotten teeth ass governor who's going around here threatening people? Is this not, I'm curious, is this not him making a statement saying that there's no foul play? But didn't the district attorney just say she can't make statements? I'm confused.
Facts surrounding the case. I have yet to see a fact or a piece of evidence that suggests any foul play.
He have yet, with his racist ass, Governor Tate, y'all need to get rid of this bitch. Okay? Y'all need to get rid of this hoe. He has yet to see any evidence of foul play. Tell me, why would he be saying that? I'm going to tell y'all why he's saying it. Because he is directly connected to this bullshit. Y'all want to know why he giving statements? I'm about to show y'all in a minute. I'm about to show you why he's giving statements. This really reminds me so much of the Carmelo Anthony case. This is why he's giving statements.
But if there is, I feel confident that the sheriff's office, the district attorney's office, the members at the Department of Public Safety that deal with these crimes, if there had been one, they will find it and they will do what is necessary.
So this piece of shit ass governor, okay, I gotta jump down now because I gotta show y'all who this hoe is, okay? Wait a minute, is that Governor Tate, raggedy ass, rotten teeth ass? Why he with the guy from the Cajun Navy? Ain't that kind of weird? Wait a minute. Oh, I get it now. Wait a minute. Is that not him with this dude from the Cajun Navy? These guys are all linked together. I want y'all to understand, okay? They're all linked together. Now, you remember, I'm going to jump around a bit. The guy from the Cajun Navy told a lie on Ben Crump. Ben Crump ain't a troublemaker. He's doing the job that he was hired to do. He's not an ambulance chaser. He, represent people that reach out to him. Okay. So now it makes sense Governor Tate and this Cajun Navy guy, I told y'all that this mother effer, this Cajun Navy, listen, I've been around for a long time. I know when people are full of shit. It don't take me long to figure them out. You know what character a person is by the way that they conduct themselves and what they say and what they do. This man, okay, supposed to be, you know, he's going out there searching for Nolan. So he says, you know that during the time his body was found, that the parents were restricted from his body, okay? But yet he takes a picture of a deceased person and goes to different platforms, giving them that picture without providing it to the parents, after the parents had already stated, if you have any information, send it to their lawyer. When I saw that, I said, this man is full of shit. He's full of shit. And then he lied. Instead of owning what he did and said, listen, we made a mistake. He went after Ben Crump. So now we have a tie in this bullshit, because he has a picture, and let me just look at the time. This picture says 258 damn weeks. It says, I think it says 2021. So this Cajun Navy guy is tied to this governor. He's tied to the governor. They friends. Again, they're all together. If y'all watch the interview that boy did with racist, whatever they call him, this man that he did this interview with, he stated that he's been coming to that island since he was a kid. Yeah, Brandon Tatum or whatever. He's been coming to the island since he's been a kid. So you got to know that there's some kind of relationship there. So this is what the racist governor does.
Are so forthcoming.
The racist governor attacks Ben Crump, basically saying Ben Crump is caught in yet another lie. Not the first time he has lied about Mississippi. What is Ben Crump? Why are you attacking Ben Crump? You're attacking Ben Crump because Ben Crump, you think Ben Crump got us talking about it, but we were talking about it anyway, and we're going to keep talking about it, ho. You ain't going to stop shit. And I want y'all to with me, because I'm telling you, I'm about to sue somebody next week. Anybody do something to me, I'm suing them, because I thought about it. I'm not going to keep wasting my energy on hoes. I'm just going to sue them, because then I get to get a check for pain and suffering, okay? So that's me. I'm suing everybody. You do anything to me, I'm going to sue you, okay? So I want y'all to fuck with me, because I need more money in my bank account. I got some stuff that I need to do, okay? So this is what your sour teeth ass put out to Ben Crump, because you work for the state, but it look like you need your teeth clean, look like your breath stank too. So you put this out about Ben Crump, saying that Ben Crump is lying on Mississippi, and then say, thank you to the United Cajun Navy for setting the record straight. Well, the United Cajun Navy was the one that said it anyway. Ben Crump just said what they said. So if they made a mistake or lied, it was on them to correct it. You say Jackson County law enforcement and the Mississippi Department of Public Safety is conducting an investigation, and I'm confident both will deal with the facts of the case, wherever the facts lead them. But you're making statements saying that there was no foul play, you big dummy with this red ass toupee. So why are you making statements, you dumb racist, about there's no foul play? Because although we don't take you seriously because you're another dumbass racist, some people take you seriously, okay? And you making these type of statements is very harmful to an investigation, but yet you want to go after an educated Black man that can buy your whole life. Because I don't give a damn what y'all say about Ben Crump, okay? Y'all can talk about Ben Crump all you want. You white tees wish that you have half the brains that he has, okay? That's why you're really mad. The autopsy from the state medical examiner will be completed at the appropriate time. Well, ho, it is July 26th. When is the appropriate time and what are you waiting on? Okay, you need to speed that shit up. And that may be the next set of facts seen in this case. Meanwhile, Crump and Sharpton and their whatever don't care about the facts. Whatever. You're just covering up for these white folks. So this is what he sent out trying to threaten Ben Crump. We don't give a damn about you hump-A's. We tired of y'all shit, okay? So he puts this out to threaten an educated Black man because you're mad and you wish that you had half the brain that Ben Crump has. You're mad. Stay mad, ho, because we ain't stopping. And now, since I see y'all putting this bullshit out, I'm going to do 30 videos today. So I'm about to work my ass off. Okay. So this is what he sends out to try to threaten Ben Crump. Ho, it ain't going to work. Okay. It ain't going to work. So let's just get into it.
The fact that they told us, we haven't heard from any of their local officials, that Nolan was found face down, fully clothed. Well, that's significant to us because the last time we saw him on the videos, he was without a shirt. So at what point did he put on a shirt? Somebody saw something. Somebody knows something. There were almost 300, 400 people. Somebody knows something.
Craft.
Now, Ben Crump again, he's just quoting what these, these Cajun Navy folks, I believe they racist too. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you cannot be all looped up with these races and not be one yourself. I don't give a damn how you present yourself. I'm going by how you're acting. And let's just get into it.
On the beach, you see a grouping of individuals. Now, from another source, we have obtained photos of Nolan's body that we are not showing. It's just not right. But I can tell you, when you see that grouping of people on the beach, they look like little ant figures from this high up above, but that is where Nolan's body is. They're standing around it. As I recall, Todd Terrell, Nolan was face down, still fully clothed on the beach. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. He was face down, which would have meant that he drowned. Now, when we say he was found fully...
He was face down, fully clothed. Ben Crump never said that. He repeated what you dumbasses said. So instead of you taking responsibility for what you said, you blame the Black person. This is what they do. They never take accountability. And as we saw with the son, with his psychotic ass, he blames Nolan. And clearly we hear that y'all did something to him on the boat, which he lied and said he wasn't even on the boat. And I hear the people saying his name. So this is what they do. They become victims all the time. For instance, they are being threatened. Y'all know, as Black folks, we don't do goofy shit like that. We're not sitting up sending people threatening messages. That's just not what we do. So lady, if you're being threatened, I'm sure it's from somebody that look like you. We don't do shit like that. So all of this threat stuff, I don't believe it either. All they do is become victims in situations that they created. Watch the pattern. They do it all the time. When I see it now, I just laugh and I hang up on hoes. I hang up on them and I cuss them out because you cannot play this bullshit game with me. I already know how it goes. I already know you don't get to play victim when you're white around me almost in no time. Okay, I don't want to hear your victimization and all of your bullshit. You guys have lived in a world where you think that you're superior and you ain't. You just not.
I can tell you, when you see that grouping of people on the beach, they look like little ant figures from this high up above, but that is where Nolan's body is. They're standing around it. As I recall, Todd Terrell, Nolan was face down, still fully clothed on the beach. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. He was face down, which would have meant that he drowned. Now, when we say he was found fully clothed on the beach, it was in the same vicinity of where he possibly drowned, right there. So it was not uncommon for the body to have washed up right there. That being said, that area full of rip currents really strong right there, goes from 2 to 3 foot to 20 feet pretty much within a couple steps. So that being said, whatever happened really, really close to where the body was found.
Todd Terrell, but isn't it true to you, Brian Trasher, Vice President, United Cajun Navy? The Navy participated in the search, and I got to clear up that whole thing about fully clothed with you. That said, isn't it true? And I'm looking at the picture on.
So this is what, a lot of Black folks, they love Nancy because now they're like, oh, she's talking about it. F Nancy, okay? Y'all need to stop looking for white saviors. Nancy talked about Nolan Wells for a couple of days until them white folks got in her inbox. She already said they had been sending her all type of hate mail and she moved on. Stop looking for these white tea ass saviors. It's disgusting and y'all starting to get on my damn nerves. You're all in Nancy. Oh, Nancy Grace, Nancy Grace. Nancy don't give a F-U-C-K about Nolan. She only cared about the money she could make. Even in this particular situation, Nancy wants to correct it. Lady, he the one that said it. But instead of saying, hey, you made an error, you want to just correct what you said, she skates around the shit and still seemingly try to make it seem like it was being crunk. This is what I don't like about them. This is one of the things I don't like about them. And her too.
On my phone that I got from an undisclosed source, I'm looking at Nolan's body on the beach. We are not showing it.
She's looking at Nolan's body on the beach. Who do you think she got the picture from?
He's face down, isn't he?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, he was when we flew over.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you about the clothing.
Yeah.
What? Repeat?
No, I said when we observed him from the air, yeah, he was face down and he was wearing swim trunks and only swim trunks. I think that the term fully clothed just got taken out of context.
Well,
No, it didn't get taken out of context. Your people said it. So your people said it. There's nothing to take out of context except what you said and move on. If you misspoke, just say it. Why do these people, why come they can never take accountability and responsibility for what they said? Your folks said that he was fully clothed. If he had on swim trunks, I don't know why y'all said that. You all are suspect as well.
When you look at the body from high up, it appears at first like he had on a shirt with swim trunks, but he does not have on a shirt. He only has on swim trunks. That's a whole peripheral issue. But back to Dr. Kendall Crowns.
So again, I didn't like how she explained that because all y'all had to do was take accountability. Let me read some of these super chats. Patrice Wool W. That sounds like an adult woman's voice on the call saying he's dead, not a teen girl. Not a teen girl voice. Well, here's the thing, Patrice. You know that there were adults. Where are these adults? they won't mention who they were, but there were adults. But for some reason, we don't get to know that either. We don't get to know that. I'm sorry, I read that one already. Noah is my only daughter. He didn't mean to let us know that he had all his clothes on. And I believe Nancy knows he had his clothes on because she's seen the picture. Again, we don't know. Nancy is one of them too. I mean, she may talk about the Nolan Wells case, but if you guys recall, she had somebody on her show. I think it was a Secret Service Sam guy, and he went into saying how Black people are always treated wrong, and she went off on him. Did y'all see that part? She told him, don't come on her show talking about politics. I'm telling y'all, I don't pay these people no attention. Black Williams Robinson, 1973. Black people, are we awake now? This is our turn in history. We have not made it. We cannot get weary. We need to draw strength from each other. Ida B. Wells would demand it. A crime against us is a crime against all of us. And that is exactly how I look at it. Okay, a crime against you is one against me, because I feel like had you or had Nolan been another color, we wouldn't be here now. We wouldn't be talking about this, or we'll be saying, you know, how they're in jail and how they're facing these, you know, different crimes and stuff. So it infuriates me. Kenneth Whitley, thank you for the $10. And Emily Blackwell, thank you for joining our membership. I got to get a video out this week. Christine Jones, 9292. Why can't we get the dispatch call from the grandpa unless it was a personal call? It should be available if he placed a call also, right? Well, Christine, he probably called the captain on his personal phone. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. He called the captain from his personal phone. Now, they could get it, but again, they're not trying to solve this. They're trying to destroy evidence. People saying that now they saying you're going to get in trouble if you talk about this. They can kiss my arms, because I'm going to talk about what the hell I want to talk about. Okay, I'm waiting to sue my second person. Okay, because this is only revenue for me. Okay, pain and suffering and all the shit I get to add. So mess with me, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. You're not gonna stop me. I'm gonna talk about what the hell I want to talk about. You got an old pedo president that's talking about all type of shit. Okay, yeah, it ain't happening over here. Warren Judge Sally O'Malley. Warren Judge Pops. Nolan's body went back to Horn Island 7-5. I mean, yeah, that's what I think too. Gelato 3299, get ready for the cause of death. It's either going to be he choked on a chicken bone or something to do with, yeah, definitely gonna be something to do with drugs. He's already putting that in the atmosphere. Oh, he was so drunk. Yeah, your friend was so drunk. You testifying to people dying on the island, but you casually just say you left from there. Oh, okay. All right, then. Lace 4349, just to think the police, FBI, I think I read this one already, but yeah, they had this information the whole time. The whole time. Yep, they sure did. And said nothing. Nothing was said. Nope. Because again, I don't believe they have any intentions on doing anything. And that's just how I feel about it. I don't think they have any intentions on doing anything. Wait a minute, let me take that down. Now, where was I? We know, that Ben Crump has responded because, of course, Ben Crump he didn't do nothing. He really did. So here, Ben Crump basically said, like, where is the lie? I got to mute it because of the music. But basically what Ben Crump states is the Mississippi governor attempted attacks on me ring hollow in the face of the actual evidence. Where's the evidence? What are you doing? You want to attack the family's attorney? Oh, that's giving racist. Okay, what are you attacking him for? Makes no sense. And you are the governor, so why are you so wrapped up in this case? Like, you're not the district attorney. You see what I'm saying? But when you're working together with the folks, it makes sense. He said, when Nancy Grace asked United Cajun Navy President Todd Terrell on her July 20th episode of Crime Stories whether Nolan Wells was found face down and fully clothed on the beach, he said what, y'all? He said yes. That is the record. This has never been about casting aspersions or attacking anyone. Our sole purpose is to uncover the truth on behalf of our clients, the family of Nolan Wells, and to determine what happened to their son while he was on Horn Island on July the 4th. See, this is what they do. This is typical behavior. You mad because everybody is talking about it, and now we about to turn this shit up, okay? Who the you think we are? We ain't our ancestors. Them probably was the nicest people you gonna ever meet. We way more gangster, okay? We way more gangster. So I don't know what you thought with your jazz. You done pissed me off. And it's Sunday. And you done pissed me off. Who the do you think you talking to? With your toupee wearing ass and your messed up teeth, that you gonna come for the family's attorney. Who does that? They do. Typical white folks. Always playing victim. You have parents, they already lost their son. They just really trying to find out what happened. But we're so close and we ringing justice. We ain't backing down. Everybody talking about it. And we gonna keep talking about it. We ain't stopping. And y'all need to get his toupee denture wearing ass. He don't need to be the governor. He got to go. Send him to the employment line. Send him to the employment line. He's talking about Ben Crump.
Search for this young star athlete, Nolan Wells, tonight. Mystery swirling around his death. How is it that a group of his friends go out on a boat? They go to a remote Horn Island. There is nobody there. It's uninhabited. How does he end up dead on the shore and everybody else makes it back? As I recall, Todd Terrell, Nolan was face down, still fully clothed on the beach. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. He was face down, which would have meant that he...
Again, we can't make this shit up. We cannot make this up. You coming after Ben Crump for what? What did Ben Crump lie about? So you want to say Ben Crump has created a race situation? No, ho, you did. You're still creating it. You're out here just running your diarrhea mouth, talking about there was no foul play. In fact, y'all said it right after you fouled him. How do you know there's no foul play when you haven't even done anything? Oh, we know why you say it's no foul play, because you're friends with these folks. Since 2021, as far as I can see, y'all been friends. This guy from the Cajun Navy, he has pictures with almost every political opponent that you can think of. He has his pictures where he was invited, showing the envelopes to the White House. He's got pictures with Dusty Donald Trump. These people are all working together, is what I want y'all to understand. Okay. This Cajun Navy guy is trash. He's trash. How is it that you are going around sharing pictures of a person who lost their life, all while the family is searching for answers, but yet you have pictures in your phone and you don't share it with the family? But then you say, oh, well, if they want this, they should reach out to me. How would the family know that your weird ass have a picture of their deceased son in your phone? It's rather weird, by the way. You know, I wouldn't want a picture of my closest loved one in my phone deceased. I just want to remember them how they were. But the fact that you have a stranger, because you didn't know Nolan Wells, you have a picture of his body in your phone. Is that what you MAGA nuts do? Have pictures of deceased Black people in your phone and you just share it all around? It's giving some weird ass shit. Now, I want to get into this video where he basically confirms that he has pictures of unalived Nolan Wells in his phone, and that pretty much, no, he didn't share it with the family, because if the family wants it, they need to reach out to him. What type of shit is that?
Did you take any images or document that moment?
So I started taking images of the scene on the ground. There were several law enforcement boats and personnel. And later on, when I looked at the pictures and zoomed in, I noticed that you could actually see the body laying on the shoreline in those pictures. I was not trying to take a picture of the body at the time, but it ended up being captured in the wide angle.
And what exactly do you see in the photos?
I see a body that matches the description of Nolan Wells, laying face down at the shoreline, right at the water's edge. And he was wearing swim trunks and, was, not moving, obviously. It just looked like he was sleeping on the beach.
Now knowing that the family is looking for any information about his body being discovered that day and washing up on shore, do you plan to hand over these photos and these images to the family or to their team?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's obviously images that I hope that his family never has to see. However, anything, and I'm going to repeat this, anything that Christine and Elmore want from the United Cajun Navy, we will not tell them no. We will give them whatever they want, anytime they want. All they have to do is ask.
So once they ask you, you will then hand over anything that you do have and any information.
Once they ask him, he will hand over. So tell me this. Why would a hurt family have to say, let me reach out to this buster and get the picture of my son? Wouldn't you automatically say, let me just send them these pictures? So y'all got to listen to what is not being said. He thinks he's superior. He a damn Mexican. Some of them think that they whites, okay? They think they white folks. For some reason, they, that's what they want to be. I'm happy being black, brown. If I were to come back, I would be the same color, okay? Because all of them want to be just like us. Why would the parents have to say, hey, dumbass, yeah, can you send out, do you have any pictures of Nolan? That don't even make any sense. Why would the parents think that you have a picture of their son? To me, it's weird. I think you're a weirdo. I don't want those type of pictures in my phone of anybody. But he will give them the pictures as long as they reach out to him.
Information that you have from that day.
That's correct.
Why didn't your team communicate to the family about what you saw that day?
Yeah, I just didn't think that it would be helpful to his mom, as she was just finding out that her son was dead, that I saw the body. Human curiosity is gonna probably ask me to describe what I saw, and I just think that would have made it worse. Certainly wasn't trying to hide anything from her, and as a matter of fact, I was 400 feet in the air, and there was plenty of law enforcement on the scene, right there with his body. So anybody could have, described what they saw and what they saw up close. Now later on, I found out that they were not given access to the body and all that kind of stuff. And maybe it could have been helpful if I just told them the little bit that I knew, but I didn't know that at the time.
This guy is so full of shit. So we got 2,823 people in the chat. We got 1777 from my Lakeysha Keysha channel and about 1,052 from the Lakeysha Keysha TV channel. I need y'all to tap on that like button. I need you all to like the video. I need you to share the video. I need you to enable your bell notifications and make sure you guys are subscribed. So this guy says, well, it was, police there. They could have told them about the picture. What are you talking about? If you took pictures of their deceased loved one, why do you feel like you can just have that picture? That is so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful that somebody needs to tap your ass. That's so very disrespectful to the deceased. Keep in mind, we all got to go down that road. One day we all gonna leave here. I wish the same for those people. I wish the same for those people. So you gonna take a picture of somebody deceased loved one and then pass the shit around like they just ain't shit. I wish the same for you and your family. Okay. I wish the exact same. As a matter of fact, I wish worse. I wish worse. It's time for these people to reap what they sow. But then you gonna bring your funky ass on here and talk shit and say, well, if they ask me for it, I'll give it to them. Why do they need to ask you for it, weirdo? That's a stink attitude. He thinks he's superior. He thinks he's better. That's not nothing a regular person would say. A regular person would just give over the pictures. But I want y'all to understand it's something tied to you taking a picture of a Black person, having it in your phone. Y'all remember they was taking pictures of Kobe Bryant and his daughter. These people are weird. They're weird. Abigail says, I believe he placed the body on the beach. He is trying to control the narrative. Listen, Abigail, I'm not saying he didn't. As a matter of fact, I think he has more involvement than what he cares to say, because he has a problem now with being crunk. And generally, if you're not in this situation, why do you just take up a problem with somebody? So you have a problem because the parents are trying to find out what happened to their son? Seems like you would only have a problem if you had something to do with it. And them finding justice would reveal what the hell you did. That's just what I think. You're sounding very weird taking pictures of a deceased person. Did you need to send that picture to somebody or something? It seems weird. Seems very weird. Lena Green, thank you for the $5. Okay, I read that one. Now, I got a lot of jewels here, y'all. It's like so many. So with the jewels, I can't read all these. So if you send 500, I'm gonna be able to read it. But the rest, I cannot read all of these. It's like way too many. So for the jewels, if you send, I'm gonna say 400. How about that? If at least 400, I'm gonna read it, because I cannot read all of these. So at least if you send 400, I'm gonna be able to read it. Okay, Trace Strong Duhan, thank you for the 440 jewels. Then we got, I can't read, what the heck did this say? Zamara, maybe 440 jewels. Thank you so much. Let's see. But y'all, we're not letting up. And see, I like when people talk shit, because I'm about to go to the spa and I'm finna lay out my whole week. I'm doing 20 videos and lives between now and the 31st. Okay. So that's 20. That's 5, 10, 50, 20. So that's not really that much, because it's really, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 days. So it's really not a lot. But I don't take kind to threats, and I don't give a fuck. Okay, because I'm not nobody that you can threaten. Okay, I'm not scared of nobody, but God. That's about it. And definitely ain't scared of no funky hunky. Okay, definitely not. See, because if I was back in the days, I would have been for all the bullshit. All right. My ancestors already went through it. I ain't the motherfucking one. Okay. Yeah, you ain't even the police. Why you taking pictures? Seemed like did he need to provide somebody a picture that showed that he was really dead? It's weird. These people are all working together. They're all working together. A picture of the Cajun Navy guy, 2021, having lunch with this buster ass Governor Tate. Tate Reeves, the old racist. Get him up out of there. He's a racist. I said what I said. That's what I believe, and folks believe it too. There he is. Pictures with the old dusty governor. Here's him again with the Louisiana. Is it the Louisiana governor, Jeff Landry, with another governor? There's another picture of him. Here's another picture of the dude, that Cajun Navy guy, at the West Wing of the White House, celebrating Donald Dusty Trump, I believe. Don't quote me on that one, but he is at the White House. He shares this picture. This is a 2017 postmark Invitation to the White House. He shares this. Here's another one, another postmark. 2018. Trump State of the Union or some shit like that. He's very affiliated with Donald Trump, you know. These people don't like Black folks. It's very important that y'all know this. I know people voted for Trump. I don't know why y'all, I don't even know why any Black person would vote for Trump, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I tried to tell y'all, listen, I get it. Some of y'all didn't like, what's her name? Kamala. But baby, if Donald Trump was the next choice, I was going to pick Kamala 1,000 times. I get it. Some people say, oh, the choices is just bad. But it's like when you go to the store to buy something, and let's say they out of what you have, and you have to pick the next option, or you just don't get nothing. This is how it works with politics. Every time we don't get exactly what we want, and in all honesty, regardless to who you pick, nobody is you. Nobody is going to be you. You know, some people are going to have some of what you know, values that you have. Some people going to have none of the values. But you all elected a racist president. Look at the shit we're going through. You know, this guy, Brian Trasher, is all on his social media. He's a sold out MAGA pedo supporter. Okay. Here is him again with the lieutenant governor. I don't really know who these people are, so I would have to look it up. But at this point, it really doesn't matter. The purpose of this video is I wanted to show you all that this man is more than who he says he is. He's very much politically connected. He's very much politically connected. And not only is he politically connected, he's connected to the very man that's trying to threaten Ben Crump. And Ben Crump is ain't doing nothing but his job. He was hired to get justice for a family, and that's what he's doing. But to be attacked. But if y'all was paying attention here, there's a connection, because this Cajun Navy guy also came after Ben Crump. Why would the guy who is seemingly helping in the search for the missing individual, Nolan Wells, why you mad? So you're saying parents are not supposed to care about what happened to their child? As parents, we know when some shit is off. We know when something doesn't go together. We know this. And it's always a token Black or a couple of them that the white tees use, because if I can get some Black folks over here to say that everything was right, they gonna believe it. No, we don't believe that shit. That is the oldest trick in the book. Y'all really need to come up with some more tricks. I mean, the shit that y'all been doing, you've been doing it for centuries, and we still don't believe you. You always find the tokens. You do it each and every time. You're not fooling us. D-Money 8890, thank you for the 440 jewels. ASG Marcus 23, thank you for the 440 jewels. But this shit don't work. Like it's the oldest trick in the book. They still pulling this out. They ASS wanting us to believe this. Oh, we're gonna put some Black boys out there. The Black boys gonna say, ain't no racism in Mississippi. How in the hell some 18, 19-year-olds gonna teach us on discrimination? These folks is old as shit. They done lived in Mississippi. They know if Mississippi is racist or not. We ain't listening to no funky ass kids that you done pulled on the internet to say, oh, ain't no racism in Mississippi. They probably can't even spell racism. Who's listening to them and what they say? Just because you're dumb, we all was dumb. I mean, when I was young, I'm gonna be the first to say I was dumb as a box of rocks. I didn't know shit about racism. If you told me about racism, I would be like, okay, I would look it up, but I still didn't understand it. I didn't know that, throughout my lifetime, I would experience it multiple times. Don't tell me what some 18-year-old said as it relates to racism. We don't give a damn what they say. It's okay. And I'm glad that they don't think it exists, but let them live a little bit longer. if you listen to this last interview that he did, and I'll do a video on it, that boy Tristan was about to get his ass wore out because he was in an argument with a white girl. So he didn't realize that that was racism with his little dumb self. He talked about him and his girlfriend getting into a verbal spat because she had gotten mad because he had dropped something in the water. He was too drunk, and that white boy came over there to tell him, watch how you talk to this little white lady. He didn't understand that the reason why the white boy was coming at him was because he was black and he was talking to a white chick. But he didn't get that. Maybe at some point in his life he will get it. But I want to get into this video right here, guys. Make sure if you are just coming in, like the video. We have now 2,450 people watching the stream from my 2 channels.
To the family regarding cadaver dogs.
Yeah, so obviously the online chatter started right away. People were coming up with all kind of bizarre theories about how he was, he came back to the island, they took him back out there and dumped him, all this kind of stuff. So we just said, hey, one of our top, canine teams happens to be in Jackson County, Mississippi. Jackson County Canine is their name. I said, we'll be happy to have these cadaver dogs go over and inspect the boat. And we told this to Crump's legal team. And so we'll have them go inspect the boat, and they'll be able to tell if there's decomp on that boat. And they said, oh, well, we heard they cleaned the boat. I said, no, there's only one chemical that you could possibly get rid of decomp with, and I guarantee these people don't know what it is. So there's no way they could be a month later, these dogs would be able to smell the decomp. And they would also have Nolan sent, if he was on the boat alive, but they would also know if there was a dead body on that boat. And they declined. They said, nah, we don't think so. So I'm not sure why they didn't want to dispel that right away. We would have known right away if the dead body had been on that boat.
Okay, Crump. Why?
So again, when you guys hear this stuff, y'all got to really listen to what they're saying. So now he lies on Crump. He lies on Ben Crump. How in the hell can Ben Crump give him permission? Listen to what he says. They were going to search the boat. This was days later, okay? And Ben Crump tells them don't search the boat, so therefore they didn't do it. Huh? How is Ben Crump giving you permission to search someone's boat? Ben Crump don't have the authority to give you permission to search somebody's damn boat. In fact, you can't search anybody's permission unless they give you permission. Now, let's say they say you're not searching our boat. Well, the only way you're going to search it is if you illegally do it, or you go back to a judge and get an order. So you are lying right now on Ben Crump, which is the reason why I say I believe you had some involvement. Ben Crump does not have the authority to tell you to search somebody's boat. And you can believe that Ben Crump is not going to turn down any help for anybody that he's helping. As I've stated before, because some people say, Ben Crump should do this. Ben Crump is not, although if he wanted to be a criminal attorney, he could, but he decided to be a civil attorney. So for the people that don't know, when you go to law school, they do tell you to find a concentration. That doesn't mean that Ben Crump don't know all the other areas of law, but he has decided to practice in the civil rights as it relates to civil rights. So Ben Crump is only here for the family and pretty much looking at what their damages could potentially look like. That is his only job here. Although he knows the law and all of those things, he's working with them to make sure they get justice. But I feel like at this point, Ben Crump knows that they ain't finna do shit. Ben Crump done did this 1,000,000 times. He understands how this goes. And I want y'all to understand something. One thing these Peckerwoods don't like is a smart ass Negro. Oh, they don't like that. As a matter of fact, they can't stand it. So they mad at Ben Crump because, again, like I said, they wish they had half of his brain. Ben Crump is miles ahead of their ass. He already know. He done did this Ben Crump done did this shit in his sleep. He already know the play. Again, they do the same shit over and over again. They're not even smart. Do y'all realize they play the same play over and over again? Ben Crump is no fool. Team Aquarius, thank you for the 750 jewels. So I appreciate your contribution. So basically, the issue with them is, you know, they can't F with Ben. Ben been doing this shit. Listen, Ben Crump is one of the smartest civil rights attorney that exists. I mean, he's just a bad motherfucker. I mean, he is. It is what it is. And they know this. They know Ben Crump gonna slap a lawsuit so fat on their ass that they all gonna have to take a pay cut. That's really why they mad. But the only thing these people are demanding is a transparent investigation. Do you guys realize these folks hate us so much that they still don't give a damn? They still don't care. They don't care. And this is what I've been telling y'all about this raggedy wig Nancy Grace. She should know that Ben Crump does not have the authority to give the police to search somebody else's property. But listen to what she says.
Right away, we would have known right away if the dead body had been on that boat.
Okay, Crump. Why aren't you allowing the cadaver dog team onto that boat? We need to know. You know, Brian Trasher, you made it sound very mysterious.
And she, with her raggedy wig wearing ass, this, you know, she need to fix her hair, okay? You say, Ben Crump, we need to know why you didn't let them clean the boat. Lady, are you dumb? This is where I get irritated. Girl, you know that Ben Crump don't got the authority to go and say, search somebody's personal property. This is what I tell y'all about these folks. You know, they all in the, you know, comments like, go, Nancy, go. Please sit down somewhere. Nancy is only going to monetize. That's the only thing she's concerned about. I mean, Nolan Wells, it was trending. Of course she jumped on the bandwagon to talk about it. She don't give a fuck. Why would you think she does? It makes statements like this. She could have corrected the Cajun Navy guy and say, well, wait a minute. You did say that. Did y'all see her do it? Did y'all see her correct it? He said it on her show. Why didn't she correct them? She could have. She could have corrected him. He made a mistake. Now he lies again and says, oh, we didn't search the boat because Ben Crump told us not to. Man, quit telling that damn lie. Quit lying. Why in the hell would Ben Crump tell you not to do your job? And furthermore, why would it take you days to search a damn boat and y'all had already received the call that we done listened to? I mean, didn't they just, what did they say on the call? We just listened to the call. Didn't they say that what the call say? The call said this. Y'all don't think they heard this?
Connected.
He's dead. So y'all, they already heard this weeks ago. They've heard this weeks ago. This is why they made it confidential. This is why they didn't release the autopsy. They already know this. We're just getting this information. Gina Dallas Diva, thank you. Even if Ben Crump had the authority to let the dogs check the boat, I'm pretty sure he would not want to use, wait a minute, where did it go? I'm pretty sure he would not want to use this, right, dogs. He is not to be trusted. Exactly, but you see how he tried to flip it as if it's Ben's job? But here's the deal. If you were going to search the boat, why did you wait 2 days later to do it? You see what I'm saying? It makes no sense. But now we're just gonna blame Ben for it because Ben said it's a crock and it's a bunch of shit. Because prior to hearing this, I heard that the family was like, you're not searching our boat. So just lies after lies after lies. But now, since this has come out with them saying that he was dead, they already have this. They know this already. While the governor is making statements saying there's no foul play, but we hear them saying, is he dead on the boat? Well, who were they talking about? Casper the ghost? It makes no sense.
Connection.
No, ma'am. Terrell ain't lying about taking any pictures. He provided the pictures to several people. No, you don't need anybody to fly the helicopter. Have you ever heard of autopilot? That is not true. Okay. It's not true. The pictures that Terrell said he took, I'm sorry, was it Todd Terrell? I'm sorry. It wasn't Todd Terrell. It was Trasher. So you're getting the people mixed up. Trasher did take the pictures. Not only did he take it, he provided it to other individuals. So no, he definitely took it. So again, I don't know, what your experience is with a plane or a helicopter. They can put it on auto fly. So that's not true. He's dead. He's dead. Y'all, come on now. Who is they talking about? This is clear right here. He died on the boat. Y'all, this is what I love about Black people. Can't nobody mess with us. Like, for real. We are the most intelligent, and this is why they really don't like us. Because they can't keep us down. Nothing that they do to us ever works. It never works. You see what I'm saying? We can do their job better than their job, and it's eating them up. It's eating them up. We've been saying that we felt like Nolan's body was brought back. This proves that they need to spend the rest of their life in prison. So they don't want to deal with it. This proves that he died on the boat. But it also proved that they either threw him off the boat, which I don't believe, because I believe if they threw him off the boat, I think his lungs and stuff would have been, I don't know, because if he died before that, I don't know. But I believe they brought the body back. That's just what I believe. So either way you look at it, he died on the boat, shows that it's a premeditation involved here. So this is why they mad, because people at home done did their job way better than them, and they mad. They're always mad. They can never do anything to us Black people to keep us down. Anything that they try to do to us, it never works. Yeah, they bitter, they're mad. Nothing they do ever works. This is clear that Nolan died on the on the boat. They said, is he dead? What were they talking about?
Connection.
He's dead. No, Nolan. He's dead. Come on now. They heard that shit.
Connection.
Everybody on that damn boat need to be charged. And then you will start talking. You gonna start talking then. because I bet you ain't finna charge me with shit and I know you did it. Oh, he did it. That's who did it. We ain't finna even go through them problems. But the reason why they're not arresting and charging anybody, because that exactly what happened. They start bringing people in and putting them in jail, they're going to start telling. So they want us to keep on saying, oh, he drowned. He drowned in the boat. Make it make sense, because they said he dead. Makes no sense.
CETO Assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working.
Oh, I like this comment. Is it 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿? I hope I'm saying your name right. 𝐬𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm a lawyer. She accused so many Black men of murking people on court TV without evidence. And when she wrong, no apology, just kept on keeping on. Yeah, you got to be talking about Nancy Grace. Listen, I know them folks from a mile away, okay? Nancy ain't shit. She ain't. People, stop looking for white saviors, okay? Nancy ain't shit. Just because she's speaking on Nolan Wells, that don't make her shit. You know, a lot of them, you know, not saying that I don't like certain people, but if I see that you're full of shit, I just make notation that you're full of shit. It's a lot of them, you know, it's so many white tees talking about, all they talk about is Black issues. Why are you so consumed with Black folks' issues? That would be like me wanting to talk about white people issues all day. None of that stuff has anything to do with me. I'm not ingrained in white culture like that. So I would be the wrong person to speak to it. So when you see all these white tea folks talking about Black issues, please understand it's for the money. They need to get their bread. It ain't coming out of a concern. That's why a lot of times when they say it, it don't flow right, because they are removed from the community. They're not of the community. This is strictly because, again, they know that we popping in every area. So, hey, let's talk about Black folks, because then we'll get these other Black dummies over here that's going to look at us and be like, oh, yeah, okay, that's a white person that care. They don't give a F. They don't. Just want to let y'all know that. They want the evidence to be inadmissible. I mean, why are you holding on to his autopsy, not sending the organs to allow for a second autopsy? Yeah, this is all strategic. They even stated, you know, with the second autopsy, that they needed a lot of information from the first autopsy to even make a declaration of if he had even drowned or not. They already know this. They didn't send any of that information. Let me tell y'all this, okay? Mississippi, that Mississippi lady, the medical examiner, she ain't shit. You know, she has a history of ruling. Even when Black folks have been unalived by police, she has ruled their death as, what's that word I'm looking for? So she did not make it a homicide, although these people had died at the hands of police. One specific case, I don't remember the name. I know I spoke about it before. She basically ruled, I don't know if I'm going to say an accident, but she didn't say it was homicide. Well, this family went and got a second autopsy. The second autopsy actually ruled it was a homicide. And this is probably why she kept the organs of Nolan Wells, because she learned with that last case, when she sent everything over and them folks did a second autopsy, they found that hoe to be a liar. And they say, oh no, this person died because they were really, you know, they couldn't breathe because the police had, you know, laid all of the weight on him and he died. But instead of her ruling it a homicide, she ruled it as something else, and the family could never get justice. So they have a history of this. That's why when I hear the little stupid boy on the internet saying, oh, it's no racism in Mississippi. Well, you know, there's people that has been living there and they feel like it's definitely racism. So we're not going to listen to no stanky kids. Okay. So I'm going to wrap this up. But yeah, there you go. Your Cajun Navy guy all hugged up with the governor of Mississippi. This is the same governor that has been threatening Ben Crump for doing absolutely nothing. This is the same Cajun Navy guy that has made false statements about Ben Crump. They are all connected together. And while I want this family to get justice, I am just being honest, y'all. I really don't see it coming, but we still gonna put, we gonna let them know that we don't believe in this bullshit and these folks need to be arrested. And we're going to keep on talking about Nolan Wells, okay? Because Nolan Wells deserves justice. And this shit just ain't right. Now, before you guys leave, make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel. Also, enable your bell notification because I told y'all I'm going to be doing 20 videos in this week from now into Friday. Wait a minute, let me make sure. Yeah, the 31st, I'm going to be doing 20 videos. So I'll catch y'all in the next video. Like and share, and I'll see y'all later.
Yeah. Okay, I'm listening. Go on. Yes, I'm typing it all down. Kia, clear, spilling tea, no fear, no fear. They talk loud, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. I don't lies right here. Spilling tea, no fear. I'm still here. Da 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 da. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. They talk loud, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here. Yeah. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. I'm still here, no fear, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to Lakeysha Keysha, my dear. Hey, I'm still here, no fear, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here.
Stretch words like
Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. Make sure you subscribe to the Lakeysha Keysha channel.